Senator Garaba Maidoki, Senator representing Kebbi South in the National Assembly, is here with me tonight on the program. Distinguished, it's a pleasure having you on the program tonight.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate it.
Good evening, viewers.
You betrayed your party that gave you the platform. Is that fair?
If you look at it on its face value, you say it's not fair. Some of us have integrity and have respect for rule of law. I won election under PDP, and I wanted to adhere the principles of PDP. If you remember, so the first day we were sworn in at the Senate, and the minority leader was elected, I rose up to say, if this is a type of democracy that Nigeria will pursue, something is fundamentally wrong. PDP never gave us any direction of what they want us to do in the Senate. They were not there to tell us guidelines. Everybody is left on his own because of the internal fighting between different factions within the party. So because of this, we didn't have any other option than to leave. It wasn't our choice, it wasn't our making. Even the choice of the minority leader, we were the one visiting PDP secretariat. Give us guidelines, give us direction, give us letter. Who do you want us to select? Because it's a party activity. It's a party that have that authority to bring the Senate and write a letter and say, okay, this is our minority leader. The party has failed to do that.
So you moved from the PDP and you crossed to the APC.
Certainly.
So within a few months again, you have abandoned the APC and you are moving to the ADC.
Yes, that is true.
Does that not defeat the principles and the concept? You are saying the reason you gave for defecting is because of the crisis leading. You said you were denied the ticket to be governor of Kebbi State.
And to be senator of the Kebbi South Senatorial District.
So you didn't get a return. You are one of about 70 senators who lost ticket, who couldn't get ticket.
Yeah, who couldn't get is better. If we say we have lost, that means all the due process were followed and we didn't get the ticket. So when you are aware, with our best of intention, we are human, we can make mistakes. When we did the Electoral Act amendment, that the direct primaries or consensus will be the order of the day. And if there is going to be any consensus, then there must be written consent of all the contestants. So I'm a sitting senator, and the screening committee of the APC disqualified me.
What reason did they give?
Didn't give me any reason apart from selfish interest.
And you think the governor is behind this?
Well, whoever is behind it, these are people-centered policy. If you have electoral value, then people should be careful how they impose their wishes.
So, Senator, the reason you gave for leaving the APC, you know that is quite not captured in the reasons that is valid for a lawmaker to cross carpet. Are you aware?
I'm aware. I'm aware.
So you automatically cease to be a senator today?
Well, I don't think so. Because
let me tell you, you're aware of the Ifeda Yoabegunde versus the Ondo State House of Assembly, which is a locus classicus in this matter, and the Supreme Court thereafter had given a judgment in that matter, stating the reasons why you could leave the party, and it says that it has to be a crisis in the national arm of your party. Is there a crisis at the national level of the APC?
So, if there is no crisis, for God's sake, tell me, why am I disqualified?
Is that a crisis? Do you term that as a crisis?
What is then?
Can you put that in the law court?
Sure, if it is not crisis, I'm a sitting senator that won election, that had gone through the courts. All challenges were done up to the maximum of the law allowed. My name was cleared. I had worked at the federal level for 35 years. And I know all my transactions were scrutinized thoroughly.
So these are your grievances. You feel that you have been shortchanged. You feel that you were cheated. feel that you were not given a fair place of contest in the race, right?
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah,
and Senator, let me invite your mind to this section 68 sub 1G, which describes the premise upon which you can defect. And the principle is a famous principle that was derived from the Abegunde matter. The Supreme Court says not every internal disagreement among the division contemplated by the Constitution. The division must affect the national structure and corporate existence of the party. And see how the Supreme Court defined the crisis. It said a mere dispute, disagreement, or faction at the state chapter of a political party is not enough to justify defection. Section 68(1)G says it must be a serious and fundamental division affecting the party at the national level, making it practically impossible for the party to function. It means there are keywords there.
I understand.
In practically making, not allowing the party to function. Is it that the APC is not functioning right now?
So show me how a party functions when all the rules that have been stated by the laws were not followed. Can you call it a function?
Is APC dead as it is right now? Because what
I take APC to be is a collection of selfish interests, but not a political party.
Really?
Yes.
But that does not come under the reason why you can defect.
No, to me, that justifies once you do not follow the rule of law and you engage on anything illegal, then you cease to be an entity. You cease to be an entity in the eyes of the law.
So APC has failed you.
APC has failed itself. It has failed itself, and I'm not the only one. You wait and see what follows.
There are a lot of you in the National Assembly that is affected by this kind of situation, right?
Yes, but my own is peculiar. How? PDP, I was cleared to contest. I contested. I won as opposition.
Maybe the reason why you were able to run for election in PDP is not tenable in the APC.
Well, they didn't say so. And I'm not sure if APC is a separate party by the law that has their own different laws outside the different laws.
Have you appealed the primaries? The outcome
I didn't do any primaries because I was disqualified to even do the primaries.
So you didn't even have the opportunity to?
I didn't. I wasn't given any opportunity.
Did you challenge your disqualification?
Nobody wrote officially to me. I only saw it on the pages of the newspaper.
You are also being accused on the ground in the state that you were exposing the security situation in your state.
Thank you very much, Seun. The only reason I joined politics is because of the insecurity in my area. I have no interest in doing politics. We had done everything we can to protect ourselves at the community level. Then it dawned on us that if we use our ballot papers wisely, it's better than using our bullets if we do, as to protect ourselves. And you can imagine, this is what we sold to our people. And for crying out loud, when people are killed, when people are abducted, the only person that have the security architecture of this country is the federal government. And I ran to the federal government and the international community and say, come to our aid. I do not see how that constitutes any breach of security. And secondly, say, we were elected. We knew that this government didn't cause the insecurity in Nigeria. But we all contested that we are going to fix it. The president knew the extent of the problem. We know the extent of the problem. And we agree that if we are elected, we will fix it. Please tell me, when people are killed under my watch, that I should keep quiet.
It was in your area that military said that they discovered there was going to be abduction of school children. And shortly before that happened, they were called back before that happened. And I remember the senator said, you need to dig into what really happened. Have you got an answer to that? Because you were here on the program at a time when that happened.
You know, it's sad and pathetic and beyond any reasonable person's comprehension. Why I have no doubt the Nigerian army can stop this mess.
Really?
Yes, I have no slightest doubt in my mind.
We have what it takes to stop it.
I do believe 100%.
But why have we not been able to deal with it?
Say 2024, 2025, 2026, there is no budget of the federal government. Even when we approve, not a single thing has been implemented. Look, the army on their capital votes, how much did they get? Less than 10%. But on their overhead.
But that's your party.
On their...
That's your party.
I cried at the Senate.
Is that not a failure of your party?
And we did what we were sent there to do. And I stood up in the Senate. I told the Senate president, if it means collapsing the whole of the Nigerian budget and giving to the security forces so that this 2026 we can end this problem and once for all, we should do it. I rose up in the Senate and said, if you give me school and I ran away, I left it, what benefit is the school? If you give me hospital and I run away, what benefit is the hospital? Please, let's collapse. If there is no money, collapse all the money in this country. Let every citizen be safe. If we are safe, then every other thing follow after security.
So your party has failed Nigeria?
And I was guaranteed.
Is that right? Your party has failed Nigerians in that regard. No money to fund the security from what you have said. There's no commitment in funding the security from what you have said. And that you think is a major problem. Is that right?
Yes, certainly. Lack of funding to the security
agencies
has made this problem and security prolonged and unretractable.
Now,
let me just finish, sir. When we were scrutinizing some of the security agencies, this ammunition were not you go to the shelf and buy it. You order them. Sometimes some of them take years to be delivered. Some take months. Some take... So it's not that you can go to the market and just buy it. And one of the bomb, I understand, is about $100,000. And you cannot just go to the market and just acquire it. You have to order. You have to wait a queue. So if the budget is not implemented, tell me with what resources would they be able to fight banditry?
So it's something we could have done that we could, we could achieve, we could destroy and bring this insurgency to an end, or funding from your own point of view is a problem. But tell me, Senator, you've moved to the ADC. Are you able to get a ticket of the ADC?
You know, so to God be the glory. The person who was given the ticket for the ADC senatorial district called me. Even before the primaries, he said, I know they will not give you the ticket because the governor is fighting with you. And what is my grudge with the governor? Please let our people be secured. Remember, saying we are going, after they abducted the schoolgirls, the governor shattered a plane so that he can go and see things for himself. I was the first to be at the airport. 8 o'clock a.m. in the morning, I was at the airport. The governor came around 3 p.m. At 3 p.m., the protocol told me my name is not in the list. I'm the highest ranking public servant in that senatorial district. People that are not of Kebbi South were in the plane, and I was denied. This plane was paid by the money of Kebbi State, and I challenged the governor to bring the receipt that he has paid with his own pocket. I'm an indigent of Kebbi State. Am I not entitled to the money belonging to Kebbi State? And so I was denied.
So you couldn't fly?
I couldn't go. I had to make alternative arrangements.
Do you have the ADC ticket now?
Yes, I do. The person who won the ticket called me. He said they will not give you the ticket. I said, no, the president has promised us.
Did the president promise all of the ticket? Did he say categorically? I saw the meeting at the iftar break of fast.
Shehu, you were at the budget presentation for 2025. what was the Senate, the President opening remark? That everybody in this Senate, we have cooperated with the President. We have messed our names and deep in every wrongdoing, just to give him all the moral support so that he can deliver. So we sat down with him on several occasions, and we were guaranteed. But it's not the guarantee that matters. If you cannot keep a promise, then how do we even trust you?
So President Tinubu failed to keep his promise for you.
And we sat down with the governor. The governor promised us that he will give us executive position because he knew we have people. We are coming with people, commissioners, advisors, party, so that we can be integrated. From the very day I entered APC, I wasn't welcome. I was in APC. I got money from the federal government to renovate a hospital in my own constituency. I got $1.2 billion. Half of the money is to buy drugs and medical equipment. Half of the money is to renovate the place. I was denied, even though I was a member of the APC. And one of the reasons I came is to join forces so that this dividend, before when they were stopping me, I thought because I belong to PDP, and I didn't want my people to lose out.
Senator, so you've now moved to the ADC now, but tell us about today's state police bill that the president said. What do you make of that bill?
You know, Sewu, in as much as I cannot, in good conscience, say this is wrong or right. So when we do the electoral law, we thought we had nailed the points that will make Nigeria follow rule of law. But unfortunately, everybody's knowledge what happened at the primaries. So when we did the Electoral Act and we gave local government election to governors, Center of Excellence, Lagos, that we all look for. I was in Lagos when Obanu Koro contested for local government. And I am sure he won. And knowing how Southwest pride itself in law and progress, that local government that Obani Koros won in Obalande was denied. And today, there is no state where any opposition, no matter how strong you are, no matter how people like you, you will win a local government election. Tell me, how do we trust these people?
So the fragmentation of our security structure as proposed in this bill presented by the president to the National Assembly, you don't think it will work? Because you want security to be segmented at a different layer of our governance structure. Municipalities, state, and a different layer of control. Federal policing, state policing. You don't think that will solve our problems?
So, you know, some of us that work in multinational company will always want best practice to be brought home. We realize that whenever best practice is brought here, something somehow we degenerated it and make useless and nonsense of it.
So you don't agree with the principles as presented by the president?
The principles in themselves are not bad. But what we are saying is, saying we have laws, let's practice what we have first, so that we can see the difference and we can see the gap. Whatever is in the law today has no meaning, has not been practiced. So what is the guarantee that all alteration, anything can be practiced?
So you don't believe in what the president
No, I don't believe.
Today? You don't think it will work?
No, I don't believe.
You don't think it will fix our security situation?
No, I don't believe so.
You were given copies of this today at this plenary.
And that is the sad thing about this country. This is 146 pages.
Of the draft bill?
Of the draft bill. I'm not a lawyer. You have done public hearing. Good practice require your draft to show it to the people who made presentation that this is our final draft, whether it capture your view or it didn't capture your view, and with explanation why it didn't capture your view. The only people that have this document are the members of the National Assembly. And we are giving this thing today and tomorrow. Whether we like it or not, it will be passed.
At second reading.
It will be passed. No senator can stand up. We are going to go against it. And that is on principle. But I can guarantee you, whether we attend or we don't attend, this will be passed tomorrow.
You will go against it? I mean, would that be a fair thing to do, Senator, considering the security challenges? It does look like President Bola Tinubu is in a hurry to want to have a legal framework that can help him fight the insurgency. Don't you think that that's the attitude and that's the intention?
So, if the president wanted to fight this thing, why did he leave until the year of the election? I understand it's better late than never. But you can see the politics in it. You were there we are all in for 3 years. We have been crying, we have been complaining. And now, you have less than 1 year. It is the time you want to change the constitution and implement the bill and make Nigeria safe.
So this is suspicious as far as you're concerned?
It's very suspicious. And I need to take this book to my constituents, to my legal expert, to look at it and say, okay, this is right, this is wrong, this is where I'm...
So you were not given sufficient time to study?
This thing was given to us today.
And in less than 24 hours, it will be passed?
If not, a member of the National Assembly has died today, this bill would have been passed today. And are we making these laws for ourselves, or are we making it for Nigerians? I have come to the conclusion...
Has it been a pattern like that in the National Assembly?
I have come to the conclusion that every law the National Assembly has made was made to meet the interests of specific individual or specific interests, not Nigerians. I cannot understand where a 146-page, you will be at the National Assembly, it will be done live. It will be telling you for pages 4 to 10, pages 10 to 20, just like the APC primaries. 1, 10, 100. It's a shame in a committee of civilized nation.
Senator, for us to move forward, I mean, we're facing all of these security challenges. Where do we go from here? You think that the ADC you are going to is a solution?
So
you have married 3 wives, politically speaking, now?
In fact, in my house, I have 4 wives. So don't worry, I'm used to polygamy.
So you're a political polygamist. So but in less than 3 years, you have done 3 political parties.
Yes, so I'm not a politician in any standard. I told you I'm here by accident. Whatever served my interest of. So I was prepared not to return to Senate because what can I, in my own conscience, I cannot justify my being in the Senate.
Because of what goes on there?
Because of what goes on there. I feel disappointed. Several occasions I went to the Senate with my resignation letter. I have never gone for any oversight.
So it's messy?
I have never gone for any oversight because I cannot go to any parastatal and coerce them. Look, we have enough.
Is that what senators do? They coerce at oversight?
Please ask those who will go for oversight. I won't be able to talk on their behalf. I've never attended. I don't go.
Why?
Because I don't believe the Senate go for the oversight for the sake of oversight.
What did they go there for?
Well, you better ask them. I don't know. But to me, and once you are convinced within your conscience, I think you better do the right thing.
So the way politics is being practiced in the National Assembly, it disgusts you?
It's disgusting, to say the least. It's disgusting.
It's messy.
And the sad thing is, oh my God, we are playing with fire and people are laughing. Just yesterday, in my constituency, in a big town, bandits were inside Yauri. They took a wife of a prominent person inside Yauri town 2 days ago. Yesterday at Koko, inside Cocoa Town, they took the daughter of a prominent person. And I can tell you, say, God forbid, if we didn't stand up sincerely, it will come to us.
All right. Senator Garba Maidoki is the senator representing Kebbi South in the National Assembly. Thank you so much, Senator, for
Thank you very much.
tonight.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.